Imagine you have crossed the 7 seas and reached an island 1,350 miles away in the Atlantic Ocean. There are only 270 inhabitants of the island. You spent some time there, enjoyed the charming environment and then decided to return home. But one sad thing is that you cannot return home if you want. It is not that you will be killed. We know about the settlements we live in today's world and they are normal. But did you know that there are some villages or settlements in this world that are unusual for us? We cannot imagine their life, even though it is normal for them, we will wonder how they live in this place. We request you to watch the video in full and new friends must press the subscribe text next to it and select all options of the bell icon. Many of us may have seen the floating city of Venice on the water of Italy, which seems quite romantic and attractive when you see it, but many of us have no idea about this floating city on its shores in the Atlantic Ocean of Nigeria. This floating village is called Makoko. It was once famous as a fishing village, but now it is a slum built on water. Environment in the 19th century, people came here to earn a living and today it is home to over 200,000 residents, but today there is no proper drainage system and a lot of motorboats around the water which makes the place very dirty and fishing almost impossible. Also the locals do not get good education or medical help because the government does not officially recognize this settlement, but of course many NGO organizations are trying to solve this problem, but for now the life of the locals is as terrible as the disaster. One can hope that one day it will change. Have you seen or want to see a house that is about 140,000 years old? Then welcome to Iran, where you will find an ancient village called Kandahar. The people here live on the slopes of a volcano and their houses are carved into the volcanic rock. The mountain here was formed 140,000 years ago through natural processes, and after the eruption, the high cliffs stand at 330 meters. At the moment, about 600 people live in the village. Their lifestyle is strange, but surprisingly, they are all quite content to live here. In fact, if you think of a settlement in such an environment, then you will think of this city called Yenjin. It is a city located in Tibet. It is known as the narrowest in the world. But it is quite surprising that the width of this city is 1,300 feet wide and in some places it is barely 130 feet. Yen City may be small, but it is home to about 400,000 people. It is amazing how it is possible. The length of this city is only 37 miles. The good thing about this place is that there are not many cars around, which makes the air quite clean, but it is quite difficult to imagine how so many people can live in such a small space. If you are thinking of a safe place to live in the remote and extremely remote environment of Antarctica, then get acquainted with Halley 6. Floating on ice, this is the first polar station to house 8 interconnected scientific laboratories. The habitat is designed to be moved from one place to another. This relocation is very important because the ice is constantly melting, which can create flooding conditions in this research area. So it is easy to imagine that those who come here every year are constantly living at risk of their lives. Also, Halley Station is not a suitable place for those who need vitamin D in the winter because the sun does not rise at all in Antarctica during the winter months. This is known as the Antarctic night and it lasts for 4 months. Imagine driving over a bridge and later finding out that there is an entire residential area underneath it. How is that? For example, the Manila Bridge in the Philippines. It is scary to think that people actually have to live in such conditions. The dream of raising children is a lack of basic amenities, lack of sanitation, and the constant noise of cars. This is a strange lifestyle that is a daily struggle for them. Winds are blowing at 60 miles per hour and waves are rising 23 feet high. This Canadian city called Fort Erie often faces such extreme weather conditions. Although this scene may seem like a disaster movie, the people here are really living in such conditions every day, fighting the wrath of nature at every step. Now look at a funny house. The people of this house are living in hardship themselves, and on the other hand, they are causing hardship to other people. This house is called a nail house by the Chinese people. When the government started building a new expressway, they offered the owner of the house money to vacate the place, but the owner did not agree, so the government decided to build a road around the house. This means that the residents are stuck in the middle of the road and breathing in the din of traffic and fumes. There is a job to be done for the people of Gada. Every driver honks their horn a little longer every time they leave. The current political situation is such that they are sending helicopters out to migrate abroad whenever they get the chance. I have found the perfect place for them. Located about 1,300 miles from the nearest settlement, Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. It is one of the most remote settlements in the world. The island is home to about 270 people, and it takes about 2 weeks to reach this place in the rough Atlantic Ocean. Once you get here, no one will be able to find you easily. The problem is that you can return home whenever you want, and if you miss the scheduled ferry at a certain time, you can have to wait a year for the next one. This village is for those who are not afraid of heights. This 2-century-old settlement in southwest China is perched atop a 2,600-foot mountain. The only way down is a precarious 2-hour hike. Journey through the wooden stairs. Think about it. About 18,000 people claim this place as their home. They all came here out of frustration and live together. Life is hard and money is tight. Near Verona in northern Italy, there is a villa called Sunflower. It was built in 1935. It is the first rotating house. The house rotates on a large platform and follows the movement of the sun throughout the day. But yes, although the owners of the house do not suffer from vitamin D deficiency and terrible living conditions, such rotating houses are generally not safe. Have you ever heard of Freedom Coop before? It is a wonderful island near Vancouver, Canada, created by 2 artists. There are 12 floating dwellings that make up the settlement, and you can only reach it by swimming. The people collect their water from the nearest waterfall and rely only on fresh food that can be found in the water or in the nearby forest because there is no electricity or refrigeration. The name of this village is Ayagashima. The inhabitants of the village live in a village built by a stream of molten lava. Living here is a harsh reality for the people of Ayagashima Island in Japan. This place was once home to 4 volcanoes that had been dormant for centuries, but erupted once in the 18th century, forcing people to evacuate for about 50 years. Whatever life did, life finally found its way back to the island. The only way to reach the island is by helicopter, as it is surrounded by sheer cliffs. This place called Ostrog is an active monastery located in Montenegro. What makes it unique is its location. It is located 3,000 feet high, right in the mountains. Transportation, especially by public transport, is really difficult to reach here, even hiking, and quite challenging. Some of the roads are narrow and mountainous. Today, only 12 monks have managed to live on Ostrog, and there is no doubt that they have chosen a harsh lifestyle. Let us know which of these places you find strangest in the comment box. If you liked today's video, you can give it a like and see you in the next new episode. Thanks.